Great, thanks. Good morning, everybody. This is the March 26, 2021 Commission on Aging virtual meeting. Good to see all of you here on this Friday, last Friday of March, I think. So time is going by. We want to start with the Pledge of Allegiance. And Ron, do you want to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
He's on
Just
mute.
you gotta just take yourself off mute. Ron.
Okay,
Okay,
sorry for that.
that's okay.
I pledge allegiance to the flag
Flag
of the
of
United
the
States
United States of
States of
America,
America,
which it
and
stands
to the republic for which it stands,
stands
one nation,
under
under
God,
God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Amen. Okay.
I feel I should have a flag.
You know what? I left my flag in the other room. I'll bring it next time. I'm going to skip over the meeting minute approval. We did not meet in February, so we don't have any minutes to approve on that. And we'll just jump down to the secretary's report.
none.
Michelle?
Right. So maybe just to catch up, or if you guys have any questions, but just to give you a quick update. So for the senior center, the vaccine clinics have been there, the health department's been there doing an amazing job, and it's actually been so nice to have people in the building again. You know, and of course, with all of our seniors signing up to get the vaccine, we got a chance to see everybody, which was just such a blessing. So we've really enjoyed them being there. But we're also working on just cleaning up the building. It's been sitting there for a year. I mean, the amount of donations that came in, we had taken over every room downstairs. So we're cleaning that up. We just want to be ready for if we ever do get to open. We're getting a new sign outside in the courtyard so people know which entrance to use. We're putting some directories up inside the building so they could figure out the maze. And, you know, small things like that we're working on, maybe getting some storage in there. And that's about it. I mean, I wanted to introduce Ronnie Mogensen, who is our new clerk at the Senior Center. She came to us in September. And so her and Ashley have been a blessing because I've been so occupied with social services and all the community COVID events happening that they've really taken over the center, been running all the programs, and are doing a great job. So, you know, I wanted to introduce you guys to Ronnie, but I also wanted her to give you guys an opportunity to share what her and Ashley have been up to. So if you want to share, Ronnie.
Yes, so all of our programming, like Michelle said, is online right now. We've been offering a lot, exercise classes daily. We have cooking demonstrations that take place every once in a while. We actually also do drive-throughs monthly. Typically, we try to do 2 every month to get everyone out of their houses, come in, say hi. We provide them with lunch. So they've definitely been enjoying that. We can't wait to get them back in the building. So we're slowly starting to get into that, where we've started doing bingo virtually, in hopes that that'll be one of the first things that we'll be able to start in person again. Hopefully, I think we're targeting May. So that'll be nice to get some people in the building again, and we'll start with a small group, but still offer it via Zoom as well, just so we're not excluding anybody, since we'll obviously be limited capacity. But we're definitely looking forward to getting everyone back in the building at some point, hopefully soon.
Great.
Great.
We took a tour of the Shelton Senior Center yesterday, Ronnie and I and our social work intern. She's been up and running this entire time, so we wanted to see how she handled her operation. And it's a lot of work what they're doing. I think they live there. They probably have 6 to 10 programs a day, and they're cleaning in between each one, every chair, every pool ball after the guys shoot pool. So it was an eye-opening experience, and we really thought, you know, you need the services and support to do that. So obviously we're going to open, like she said, for bingo, I think a couple times in person and see how it goes. And then we'll move on from there. We also want to start tailgating in the parking lot at these drive-throughs. Everybody can bring their chair and we'll provide lunch, put an ice cream truck there, and everybody can just mingle again. We miss everyone. So, we're going to try to do what we can do to at least see people and they don't have to just stop and go. So Ashley and Ronnie have been doing an amazing job getting that done.
Michelle, will you need volunteers for the bingo like you used to?
We would love volunteers.
Because I did the money, so.
Yeah, if you want to come back, we would love to have you. It's going to be done differently. I think, Ronnie, is it going to be done electronically or through the computer?
So we are, instead of having a traditional bingo caller, we have been using an online website that calls the numbers for us. That way it gives us the opportunity to still keep it on Zoom as well as in person. So then that way we can open it up to a lot more people rather than just the 10 or however many we can fit in a room at once.
Online bingo. Wow.
Great. I have a question, Michelle, about the Shelton Senior Center. So do they have volunteers that clean after everything, or is it part of the town maintenance?
Yeah, they have
Okay.
2 custodians actually. And we did too. We used to have a morning custodian and an afternoon custodian, and there's a cleaning crew at night. But right now, since we haven't been open, that's not there. So, I have been in contact with George Estrada and Dimitri in Public Works and Parks and let them know what our thoughts are to give them time to find us somebody again. I kind of, I've talked to Megan Murphy, our Director of Emergency Management and the Health Department. I want to make sure everybody knows what we're doing and we're all working together. So,
Right. Okay.
Little things have to get done like that. We do want to look at offering a different lunch program. So we're in the process of doing some research on that. It won't start anytime soon, but when we do get to reopen, we'd like to offer more of a cafe restaurant style. So we're working on that.
Okay.
And then social services, we had the home delivered meals, and that is what replaced our current lunch program. It's a state funded program that we're going to slowly start weaning people off of. I have our 2 social work interns are currently doing an assessment on everybody receiving those meals to see how we can transition them to other services, because we can't continue to deliver 25 meals a day. It's we've got to get back to normal. So we're working on that. We're still delivering food pantry items and grocery bags to seniors. And then we also have drive-through services for all of that. And I think our goal is to get social service clients back in, at least to do their own grocery shopping in the food pantry, but step by step. So
Yeah.
that's what we're working on and preparing for.
Yeah, exactly. And what about the seniors who can't get to the senior center for the vaccine? How is that going? Are there people going out there, and is it going okay for them making home visits?
We've provided transportation, so we can do transportation to the clinic, but also the health director has created with, I think, EMS. So you got Lucy in health department and Lee at EMS. They are working closely with Lynn Steinbreck, the director of nursing, and it's amazing how they've been able to pull together a team. And I think they go out in 2 different teams and do home visits.
Great.
So you've got school nurses, the senior center nurse. They really utilized all their resources. So it's been great to see that start to happen.
Excellent. Great. Okay. Good.
I have a question. There's a lot of supermarkets that are giving away free hams and things for Easter. Is there a place where you could donate them if you're not going to use them, so that people need, because it's frozen? I don't know if you're set up for that.
I know Jen wanted to get hams for every pantry or every client or anybody who asks. I will find out, but you can call directly to the pantry. We always ask if someone is going to give us something that needs to be refrigerated. We ask that you make an appointment and come and drop it off. So I will follow up with you, but
Okay.
I'm sure we will be getting some.
Cool.
Yeah, the donations have been amazing this year. As you all know, I'm always sharing it. We're currently buying 2 new refrigerators with, they look like the soda refrigerators that you open up and you can see the glass doors. What they're called. But we've ordered those for the pantry, and thanks to the donations, we've been able to do that. We're just able to offer more produce, more dairy, more meat when we do that. So, and we're hoping to obviously offer healthier options to our clients than just canned goods. So it's been beneficial. We've also been able to order families dinners last minute on the weekends if they're, in a pinch. And We've really been able to provide a lot of food to individuals, a lot of gift cards, grocery shopping for them. So wonderful.
That's great. Anything else? Does anybody have any other questions for Michelle or Lonnie?
Yeah, I had a question. Michelle, I know the high school has what is it? They're still doing the lunches by bags for the students. And I would assume that they don't distribute all of their meals every day. Is there any way that could be utilized by the senior center? Or I think the requirement is, though, they get reimbursed by the government for the meals they give out, but it has to be for students, I think, 16 or 18 or younger. Might there be any allowance for seniors in that?
We haven't worked with the Board of Ed on that, but what they have done is every once in a while, someone from the school does come over and drop off boxes of stuff that they know they're not going to use. There is somebody who has been picking up all of those meals, though, Ron, and dropping them off to us, such as the milks, the cold foods, all of that, and you know her.
Okay.
So, yeah, we have someone who's been doing that for us. I just spoke with her yesterday. I think she brought, 40 to 60 milks yesterday for us, which is fantastic. Yeah, we're getting all of it that people aren't using.
Okay.
Great.
So it's nice.
Well, it's nice to meet you, Ronnie. You guys are doing a great job. I get the links every day, and it looks like, sometimes I'm like, what, I'm going to go into work late. I'm going to do this. But, it looks like, you've increased the offerings that the seniors can get, and it just looks like, things are really going well. So you and Ashley, especially, are doing a great job, Michelle, as always. But
they're rock stars.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep. Great team.
Yep. And I have friends who join from who live in another town who join, and particularly also they like the meditation that's offered once a month in the evening. They really enjoy that a lot. So,
the meditation we've always wanted to bring in house, and we've only gotten, it's when we do it in person, people trickled in for that. But it's because the person who does this meditation, now forgive me, I don't know anything about meditation. It's all about sunrise and sunset and salutations. And so she will only meditate certain times a day because that's the way you should be doing it. So the fact that she can do it from home now, we have a huge group participating. So I think we will always continue that on Zoom from now on.
That's great. That's great news, because I can tell you that really the feedback that I received is they just really, it's just, sets the tone for their evening, and they just really enjoy it. So
it's great. Yeah, a lot of our programs will probably continue even when we open online. So it'll be a whole new world.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. I do not have anything for my report. Is there any old business that we need to talk about? Or
Hey, Ron, is the building committee meeting anymore? Is that no?
We haven't even exchanged emails. Things are just dead stopped.
Wow. Okay.
I had a meeting last night at the barn at Indian Ledge for a softball, and I don't know him, but Dan from the town, he works for Dimitri, and we were talking about the senior center. And I got the impression, I said to him, I don't think they picked the location or the building. He sounded like they had gone further down the road than I was aware of. He said they even have a rendition of what the building's going to look like and where it's going. Can someone tell me if that's true or not true?
Yes, we do have plans from the architects. It's just that the location is up in the air.
Is the size of the building been defined? Because the last time that was up in the air too.
There's basically, I think, 3 options, if I recall, depending on square footage, depending on where it will go. But yeah, there are 3 kind of like primary plans to choose from. But other than that, it's a nice looking plan.
Yeah, that's what I kind of understood from you before. But he talking to him, he sounded like they were a lot further in making the decision of what location was and what the building was going to be. So I was surprised to hear that. That's why I asked.
What was the status, or where'd you guys leave off at the last meeting?
We were no, we were discussing locations, the pros and the cons, and the long-range ramifications, and what cooperation, if anything, we'll get from the state, because one of the options included some roadway modifications. And that always presents a big problem with the state.
I know the town recently acquired new land near Town Hall. Was that planned for any of the potential locations of this building?
You mean the town purchasing the 3 houses on, what is it, Old Churchill Road or something?
Yeah, right, across
Yeah.
the street from the library.
Those houses, from what I understand, have been gutted of plumbing, so basically they're just vacant structures due for demolition. And yeah, that's one of the sites that's in the running, but that's the one that requires a little bit of road work. But
Is it a combination of the library and the center again, or are they separating the two?
I think the initial primary leanings is to keep it solo, but have multi-purpose shareable rooms,
Okay.
you know, should the need be there.
Well, that might make sense because it's not used all day. Right? I mean, right, like 2:00, I think, is the last.
Well, we've also entertained options to, you know, expand the library up, which I think structurally you can't do, to expand it out. If you expand it out, you encroach in some of the open areas. If you do expand it, you open up, obviously, the number of people that can use it, which then necessitates additional parking, then comes into another whole issue.
Right.
So those are some of the things we're wrangling with, or were wrangling with. But like I said, I don't think I think we've exchanged infrequent emails just to say, hello, how are you? Hope everybody's happy and healthy. And that's about it.
Is there any reason? I mean, I know that a lot of the other commissions are meeting by Zoom, and I'm surprised that you guys haven't at least started something.
Who from the town runs that, Ron? Who's the town representative in your meetings that runs it?
With the Lori
Hayes O'Brien.
O'Brien, Hayes O'Brien. Those compound names always get me.
Yeah. And I think Dawn Cantafio, right? Is she on town council still?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, on town council? I don't know about town council, but she's still on the building.
Or Board of Finance.
She's on town council.
She's always on, always on something. I did talk to Lori, probably in the summer just to inquire. But I have wanted to follow up. I'm glad you brought that up, Gina. I've been so focused on everything else.
There's another board member that came, oh my God. His name escapes me, embarrassed. But he came on from I think the town council. Oh, well.
I feel bad. I can't remember who was on it.
I know. Don't feel like the Lone
It's been a
Ranger.
really long time, so.
Well, that's it. You haven't met in so long.
Yeah, I mean, almost we have to start from scratch, it seems. Forget everything you knew or you were aware of. Have to revert to my note.
Marcy, is there
Yes.
something that we can help with on a long-term basis, just thinking ahead, as, things start to open up and, programs, is there anything that you think the commission can rally behind, or, are you looking for ideas for just doing, like the cookbook thing we did? I think that was very successful. It was, a lot of participation from the town and everything. I don't know if we should put our heads together and figure out, is there something similar that we could do that would, just get people involved, even if it's not, in person. I'm just putting it out there. Maybe we can think of something by the next meeting, and maybe,
Yeah, I'm up for any of that. I like the idea of the tailgating, getting together. And I'm wondering if we could sort of, flesh that out a little bit more and make that, see what else we could do with that. But yeah, I mean, and I think that one of the, once the senior center starts to open up more, then our opportunities for doing things, together, social distancing still will be greater. But certainly if there's things that you think about that you want to think would be beneficial on Zoom, or, now that the weather is getting better, we have an opportunity to do more things outside too. So, yeah, I mean, please do think of things and send them to myself or Michelle, and we could talk about them at the next meeting.
Yeah, Michelle, if you have any insight on looking at Shelton or other centers of programs they have that we could help with.
Well, just the fact that you brought up the building committee, it's something I've been wanting to go back and look into. Poor Dimitri, who's doing building maintenance right now for us, is at my building every day.
Oh my
I mean,
God.
I think an elevator button fell off the other day. Like, there's always something. So it just reminds us how close we were and how fantastic it would be. And after visiting Shelton yesterday, Ronnie and Alyssa really got to see what an ideal center looks like and how dysfunctional ours is, in a sense, as to, she has one way in and one way out where they can see everyone. We have 3 entrances. We have no clue what's going on. So there's just, I really do want to get back into finding out what's going on with building committee and where that's going to end up.
Yeah, because that'll take years just to get built.
Yeah, I don't want to see it disappear.
No.
It's been a long time.
Yep.
So
Great suggestion, Jean. Thanks.
I will reach out and get some further information from Lori and Dawn, see what's going on, if there's any action afoot, whatever. And I'll no.
If we could sit in on it too, just to hear from, because I know they had the aquatics with the senior, with the library. I mean, it was all like a jumbled, wasn't a focused plan. There was.
From my understanding, I think the aquatics is going to do separate.
Okay, good.
Play into it because of their unique requirements.
Yeah, absolutely.
Plus the size of facility that they would need.
Yeah, they were looking for like a 300-seat building, weren't they?
Whole different utilization, and it's more like a sporting arena almost.
Right.
As opposed to
They're looking at Tasha Knolls they're not doing beaches, right? They've hit that.
the last I heard, the beaches area was being
One of
looked
the,
at. I don't know what the final disposition of that was.
I don't think beaches could handle it. There's no road system there.
Well, isn't there a lot of undeveloped property in the park?
Well, it's a park.
Well,
Okay. Mike, I know you've been working on the farmers market. Did you want to talk about that at all, or
Yeah,
when
gonna
that's going to start?
Yeah, we'll be starting. I think it's in April sometime, and ready, willing, and able to do it again.
You're going to be
wants
out there
to do it again.
every Thursday. You're going to be out there every Thursday.
Well,
Hopefully.
almost though. I suspect. Yeah,
Good.
we started sharing with another group
Okay.
to give other people the opportunity, I guess, to raise money and whatnot.
Great. Okay. That's great. I'm looking forward to the farmers market this year, I have to say. Okay. Does anybody?
Just one more thing.
Yes.
Before we got underway, we were talking about quorum. We have 6 members. We need 5 because we're supposed to have 8. Is there some way either to reduce the quorum amount or to find new members?
Yeah, so we're always thinking about that. If people have, interest in them, please send them to, there's a way to go onto the website to put in a request for a board or commission. And if somebody has a question about that, I can help them do that. We can't reduce the size because it's in the charter. So we'd have to, I'm not exactly sure what we would have to do. I mean, it probably would require opening the charter, and we just got it back up. And one of the things that we did was change our name to be more consistent with other commissions in the area. So that was one of the main things that we did. And originally there were 8 members. So
Mark, didn't
Yes.
you have someone that you thought would be interested?
Yeah, I gave you gave an application for her, and that's like a year ago now. So I'm not sure. I purposely hasn't brought it up to her because I'm embarrassed that we haven't done anything. But if there's an application out there that somebody has from her, from Alice.
Okay, and I'll follow up on that, see if I can find anything out about that.
Along those lines, Marcy, I received an email well, a couple of months ago at least from a gentleman who was interested in the senior commission, and I forwarded it up to City Hall. And
Mhm.
you heard anything about that?
No, I'll follow up on that as well. So I know that you did that, Ron, because you'd sent it to me too. So I'll follow up on those things.
If you'd like, I can forward you the email from that gent with his name and particulars.
Sure, yeah, and I can follow up with them. That would be fine.
Okay.
Okay.
Why does it take so long from an application to be sent in to anyone to? I don't understand.
Just not, I don't have an answer to that question. Okay, so does anybody have anything else?
This question, is the town having any meetings in the town hall at all? Or is it totally closed down for that type of purpose?
Well, Bill might be able to answer that question. I know that the offices are opening, right? Bill, they have to sign in. They still have to, some offices, some departments have to make an appointment for still. But I don't think they're having any town meetings in town hall.
Sure, I'll try to address that. There are no in-person meetings at this time.
Right.
There's a lot of problems with having in-person meetings. The biggest problem is active participation by members of the public. So there has to be a space large enough where the committee or commission can meet properly distanced and also have the ability to host various number of members of the public.
Right.
We also have to, because we have to make sure that members of the public are accessible to meetings live, which is why we're having it on Zoom. They can join these live. They can't be recorded and then played at another time. So the live component is really the piece that's conflicting with the size of the room and its proper distancing.
Could they meet in person as a commission and have public Zooming?
That's what I was thinking. Why can't you have the meeting and then open it up to the public through Zoom?
Right.
That is technically possible. We did it for a planning and zoning meeting over the summer. That requires a lot of technological setup. We are only able to do that for one meeting. So I have a device here that allows us to stream a meeting in person over Zoom and connect everything up. There are multiple evenings where we have one meeting, three meetings a night. And so I'm the only person that can do that at this point. And so the technological infrastructure that needs to be in place is just too great for our team. We don't have the support to do that.
You need more help?
Is there any interplay between yourself and the Trumbull TV facility?
Right. It's a joint effort between us and TCTV.
Okay, anything else? All right, if somebody wants to make a motion to adjourn,
Emotional.
All right, Jane.
Mark seconded. Okay, great. Well, it was really good to see all of you today. And I hope that you have a good rest of your day and a good week. And we will see you again next month.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, everybody.
Bye.
Nice to see you.
Take
Nice to
care.
see you. Have a good day.
Safe and happy.